Please rise for the Lebanese national anthem.
سهلنا والجمال مملك للرجال قولنا والعمل في سبيل الكلام الوطن على كل
Please be seated. Good evening and welcome to the Dean's reception at the Faculty of Medicine to honor the graduating class of 2026 and their families and to bestow upon the graduates the Biomedical Sciences Alumni Chapter and the AUB Alumni Medical Chapter pins. I would like to invite Dr. Raymond Sawaya, Vice President for Medical Affairs, and the Raja Khouri Dean of the Faculty of Medicine to deliver his address.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I want to start by certainly recognizing President Khouri and Provost Dawi. Thank you for being with us in this celebration. We have a wonderful leadership team at FM and DTS. Thank you for all that year long. Phenomenal staff who help prepare this evening's event. And we have many mentors and faculty who spend all year long taking care of you. So all of you, I say thank you. Welcome and families of our graduates and to our graduates. So it is immense pride and joy that I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the graduating class of 2026. Your journey through the Faculty of Medicine has been defined by determination, resilience, an unwavering commitment to learning and service. In navigating the challenges of a dynamic academic environment and a complex healthcare landscape, you have demonstrated remarkable perseverance, integrity, and compassion. Today, we celebrate your graduation despite the circumstances that recently, and not only recently, affected our country and your academic journey. And this is a testament to your strength, adaptability, and dedication. To our MD and orthodontics graduates, your years at DFM marked not only by academic excellence, but also by a deep commitment to the well-being of communities and peers. You have exemplified leadership in clinical care and professional development, setting a high standard for what it means to serve humanity with both skill and compassion. To our biomedical sciences and health research graduates, your journey, likewise, has been defined by academic excellence and a strong commitment to advancing research, science, and innovation in all you do. Most importantly, you have contributed to expanding knowledge, shaping the future of care through your dedication and intellectual curiosity. Many among you distinguish yourselves through placements, and international residencies, postdoctoral fellowships, and the likes, meaningful contribution to research initiatives, and a commitment to innovation that enhances the practice of medicine and the sciences. This year, the Faculty of Medicine continued to reach new heights. Our graduates have achieved outstanding success in the residency match, reflecting both your hard work and the guidance of our dedicated faculty. AUB's commitment to advancing knowledge and shaping healthcare in the region was also recognized through a range of academic honors, awards, and the growing impact of our programs in education, research, and community service. We even are maintaining a very high ranking among the QS World Ranking of all medical schools, thanks to our faculty and our research. All these achievements are a testament to the collective efforts of our faculty, staff, trainees, and students, and to the spirit of collaboration and perseverance that define our community. They also serve as a reminder that progress in medicine and science requires not only knowledge, also courage, creativity, and compassion. As you step into the next phase of your personal journey, I encourage you to carry forward these values. Continue to embrace learning, champion innovation, and serve with humanity. Engage with your alma mater as alumni, support future generations, and take pride in representing AUB and the Faculty of Medicine wherever your path leads. I'm sure you know and remember that leadership is not a title. It is the ability to act with integrity, mentor and help others, and make an impact on the world around you. Leave the Faculty of Medicine as ambassadors of excellence, hope, and service. May your careers be filled with discovery, growth, and fulfillment, and may you continue to inspire those who follow in your footsteps. And congratulations to all.
Today, I will cede for a speech for our MD graduates, because I'm sure that the audience would much rather hear from them than from me. And tonight, we have two ambassadors representing the class of 2026, and we'll start with Ms. Nathalie Harb.
Good evening, President Khoury, Dean Sawaya, esteemed faculty, proud families, and the graduating class of 2026. Thank you. There are moments in life that feel less like endings and more like thresholds. Moments that ask us to pause long enough to understand who we have become. Tonight is one of those moments. This moment is full of growth, shared experiences, and people who made this journey unforgettable. And maybe this is what gives it its real value. Not just that we made it, but everything we became along the way. We began this journey with trembling hands, doubts, and countless expectations. Only yesterday, we were leaving our pharmacology exam to start preparing for the biochemistry one. Back then, becoming a doctor felt distant and somehow unreal. I still remember the look on my first patient's face, wondering, isn't she too young to be a doctor? Well, tonight, or today, marks the end of this journey. And what once felt like a dream we were chasing is now the life we are stepping into. We are finally becoming doctors. These 4 years transformed us. We are becoming more mature, more empathetic, more confident, and more curious than we once were. However, our journey has been uneasy. It was shaped by the world around us and the challenges we had to face together. We started our first year of pre-med, watching our country rise from one crisis only to fall into another. From the COVID-19 pandemic, the economic crisis, the Beirut blast, to the war we are living through today. We learned what it means to move forward while the ground beneath us still felt unstable. There were days when studying for an exam somehow existed along worrying about our own families and our own future. There were times when I personally felt exhausted, even this close to burnout. But whenever I looked around me, I saw my colleagues still showing up every day to their duties with a smile on their faces. I saw mentors who continued teaching with passion despite everything going on around them. And I saw patients who looked at us with hope and gratitude. That reminded me that resilience is about choosing to continue despite fear, uncertainty, and exhaustion. Living through these years changed the way we see medicine, but it also changed the way we see each other. We learned that showing up for our patients, especially during difficult times, matters, and that people depend on us. But we also learned that strength does not mean carrying everything alone, and asking for help is not weakness. So ask for help, ask for advice, ask for someone to simply listen and nod. Through all of this, one thing became very clear. None of us made it here alone. They say it takes a village to raise a doctor, and nobody has been at the back of our village more than our own families. Behind each one of us standing here tonight are parents, grandparents, siblings, significant others, and loved ones who carried us during times when we did not carry ourselves. I remember a few months ago when I was applying for postdoctoral positions at the United States, there were times when I felt anxious and overwhelmed, but my parents were always there to remind me that God has a plan for all of us and that patience and perseverance matter most during difficult moments. So Mom, Dad, thank you for teaching me that. Thank you. And as we leave this chapter behind, there are a few things I hope we carry forward into the next one. To my amazing colleagues and friends, one of the most important lessons I hope we carry with us is to always stay curious, but also humble. I hope the most humbling lesson is realizing how much we still don't know. I hope we never become too proud to ask questions, too comfortable to challenge our own thinking, or too afraid to say, I don't. Curiosity is what pushes us to become better doctors, better listeners, better human beings. The moment we stop being curious is the moment we stop growing. Another lesson many of us failed to learn was how to deal with failure. We entered this journey as students who were used to doing well and used to meeting very, very high expectations. Then medicine humbled us. But over time, I think many of us realized that being a good doctor is not about being perfect, as perfection is impossible in a profession built around human lives and human emotions. So I hope we learn to be kinder to ourselves, to understand that our worth is not measured by one grade or one evaluation or one residency match. Growth comes most from moments that challenge us, humble us, and force us to begin again. And as we grow in this profession, I hope we never lose sight of what an extraordinary it is to care for another human being. They meet us during the most vulnerable times of their lives, times filled with fear and pain. They trust us with problems they may not even share with their own families. That trust is something extraordinary. And I hope we never become so busy, so tired, or so accustomed to medicine that we start seeing it as something ordinary. As we move forward, the strangest realization is that after all these years of working toward becoming doctors, we may have misunderstood what that truly means. Because becoming a doctor is not a finish line we cross tomorrow when we receive our diplomas. It is something we will keep becoming. And the patients that challenge us, and the mistakes that humble us, in the moments when medicine feels unbearably heavy, and in the moments when it reminds us exactly why we chose it. So tonight is not the end of becoming, it is just the beginning. And before I end, I would like to say one final thing in Arabic. يقولون إن الطب مهنة، لكننا تعلمنا أنه أكثر من ذلك بكثير. هو أن تحمل جزءاً من خوف الناس وألمهم وأملهم، وتحاول رغم كل شيء أن تكون الضوء في لحظاتهم الأكثر ظلمة. وإن كنا اليوم نقف هنا بفخر، فهذا لأن هناك من علمنا كيف نقف وكيف نستمر وكيف نؤمن بأنفسنا حتى عندما لم نستطع نحن ذلك. لأهلنا وأحبائنا، هذا القلب الذي سيعالج الناس يوماً أنتم من صنعتموه. شكراً.
Thank you, Natalie. I would like now to invite Ms. Reem Al-Annan as the second speaker to address the audience on behalf of the medical graduates.
President Khoury, Dean Sawaya, dear family and my fellow graduates, good evening. Tonight is one of those rare moments that we will carry with us forever. The ceremony marks the threshold between who we have been and who we are becoming. In a few minutes, a small pin will be placed on each of our coats, and that small pin will outlive every test we've taken, every textbook we've read, and every long forgotten. So before that is placed on us, I want to do something a bit different today. I'm going to pin the 3 letters that have shaped us, AUB, on groups of people that make this possible. We did not get here alone. We got here because 3 groups of people carried us. I'm going to start with A. A is for anchor, and I'll be pinning it on our families. To the families here tonight, especially those of you who are unfamiliar with the medical field, thank you for asking us what step 1 means for the 10th time and listening just as carefully each time. It mattered to us, and so it mattered to you. Thank you for respecting our room's closed door when you wanted nothing more than to share a meal with us. Thank you for supporting us through the outings we missed, the phone calls we cut short, and the silences we could not explain. You loved us through all of it. You are the anchor that kept us steady when every other current was pulling us away. To every family in this room, Mom and Dad, thank you. And now for letter U. U is for unwavering, and I'm going to be pinning it on everyone who showed up for us. It begins with the people whose names we may not all know, but whose presence shaped every day. The cleaners who quietly fixed our on-call rooms, just so that we can rest our eyes for an hour. The security staff who greeted us each morning and opened the ICU door for the 100th time without ever making us feel small for asking. It includes the nurses, the residents, the chiefs who during the war, through nights when the country itself seemed to be holding its breath, refused to let our learning stop. They taught through sirens, they rounded under uncertainty, they protected our education when no one in the world would have blamed them for letting it slip. And it reaches our faculty, our mentors, who shaped us with cases, with life lessons, and just as often with the right joke at the right moment. To the leaders of this medical school, thank you for saying yes. Yes to the new ideas, yes to the student clinics. You showed up at our concerts, you showed up at our events, you showed up. Your support did not waver, not once, and that's the rarest gift a teacher can give. And finally, for B. B is for bond, and I'm going to be pinning it on my classmates. What can I say to you that we haven't already said over 1,000 cups of coffee, on 100 late-night calls, in the stolen minutes between rounds when we would rush for lunch and still find time to laugh? 4 years ago, we were strangers trying to find the Madwan Hall. Tonight, we are something there's not yet a word for. I think about a friend I shared a patient with, a patient despite everything. This very day, we still check families. Because medicine taught us that the work does not end at the chart, and friendship taught us we do not have to do the same. Helen Keller, an author and activist, once wrote, "Walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light." That is the bond. The bond is the person who really knows how bad your day was without you having to say a word. Soon we will scatter different hospitals, different cities, different countries. The geography will change, but the bond will not. And so the pen quotes tonight, let us remember what it really is. It's not a decoration, it's a thread that connects us to the who anchored us, to who have always been by our and to one another, no matter how far apart our work will take us. We are who we are because of how we are interrelated. So let these pens remind us in the heart we are yet to come alone, and we never will be. The pen is more than a thread between us, it's a thread back to here, back to the place who made us who we are. And tonight, we must also those who are not in any room tonight. The lives lost across Lebanon through these wars, and the ones still the lives lost of doctors, nurses, ants like us, killed doing the work we are about to step into. They are part of the ceremony, even if the world did not allow them to be part of their own. We will carry them into every hospital, into every patient, into every decision we will ever make. And so, I'd like to conclude with where every Lebanese heart eventually falls, with Fayrouz. فيكن تنسوا صور حبايبكم، فيكن تنسوا لون الورد وورق رسائلكم، لكن شو ما صار ما تنسوا وطنكم. Thank you.
Good evening. I invite Ms. Susie Gray to address the audience on behalf of the graduate student.
Good evening, distinguished faculty, families, friends, and fellow graduates. Standing here feels really nostalgic for me, even though I never really left the Faculty of Medicine. Returning to the graduate school space after starting medical school reminds me of how much this chapter has shaped me. I realized not in front of you all since my time at the Graduate Student Society at FM. And being here again brings back so many memories of the people, experiences, and moments that made this journey so meaningful. There is something very special about graduate school. It becomes more than just classes, research, or deadlines. It becomes a place where you grow quietly over time, often without even realizing it. Looking back now, many of us can see how much we have changed between the day we are today. Like many students in research, I entered this program thinking success would be measured only by results, experiments working, data making sense, and achievements collected one after another. But somewhere between failed and small victories that felt enormous at the time, I noticed the experience was shaping something much deeper than academic growth. Graduate school teaches you patience in a way nothing else really can. It teaches you humility when your hypothesis fails, resilience when your work feels visible, and perseverance when painfully slow. Research often asks us to spend months searching for answers we're not even sure exist. And yet, every day, we return, we try, we grow again. What makes this room unique, every person here has experienced their own version of that struggle. Behind every thesis, presentation, and accomplishment is a story people may never fully see. It makes you appreciate us the opportunity to connect closely with professors, mentors, and colleagues in a way both personal and inspiring. From lunches in the lounge to contacting Mr. Ghazi at every minor inconvenience, we all bonded through these shared experiences. And looking back now, I realize how much this environment comfortable and confident within academic and professional spaces. And more importantly, I'd like to acknowledge the people who stood beside us throughout this journey. To our professors and mentors, thank you for your guidance, patience, and belief in us, even when we doubted ourselves. Thank you for teaching us not only how to think critically, but how to remain curious and committed to lifelong learning. To our families and friends, thank you for supporting us through the stress, the long hours, and the moments when graduate school seemed to consume every part of our lives. Your encouragement carried us farther than you probably even realize. And to my fellow graduates, it has truly been an honor to grow alongside all of you. One of the most beautiful things about graduate school is that even though our projects and future careers may be different, we all understand what it took to get here. We understand the persistence behind the success. And before I step down, I believe it's also important to acknowledge the reality in which many of us completed this journey. Pursuing graduate studies in Lebanon over the past few years has not been easy. We continued our education, research, and our daily lives through periods of uncertainty, instability, and war. There were moments when simply showing up required strength. And yet, despite everything, this room is filled with people who persevered. Tonight, we also pay tribute to the resilience of every student, mentor, family member, and colleague who continued to believe in education, science, and hope during difficult times. Reaching this moment is not something we take lightly, and I think it makes this achievement all that more meaningful. As we move forward into the next stages of our lives, whether in research, medicine, or beyond, I hope we carry more than just degrees with us. I hope we carry the lessons these years have taught us: curiosity, empathy, and the ability to keep moving forward, even when the outcome is uncertain. This event is not only a celebration of where we ended up, it is a celebration of who we became along the way. So to the graduating class, congratulations. Be proud of yourselves. Be proud of your journey. Never underestimate the impact you are capable of making. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. So we have recently established the Biomedical Sciences Alumni Chapter, which will celebrate with us and with our graduating students by offering them the alumni pins. I would like to invite Dr. Abdou Gerges, President of the chapter, and Dean Sawaya and Associate Dean Aid to join us on the floor. We will now proceed with the distribution of the alumni pins and the gifts for the biomedical sciences graduates. Will each student please come forward when their name is read? Candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences. Sahar Al-Khansa. Zaina Radwan. Noor Sherry. Candidates for the degree of Masters of Sciences in Biomedical Sciences. Jana Abteddini. علي الخطيب. بشرى الحسيني. جيهان الساحلي. جلبير أنطاكي. جودي الشقيق. مارك شماس. محي الدين الحج. آلاء المغربي. سارة فارس. سوزي غريزي. روان الغصيني. لما هاشم. ديما اسماعيل. روان خضرا. ريان القرق. سارة مكي. رين منصور. سيلين مراد. جوي نصيف. هاشم شحادة. زينب شكر. بشير سليمان. سارة زيدان. Congrats, class of 2026.
The AUB Alumni Medical Chapter has always celebrated with us our graduating medical students by giving them the alumni pins. We will now proceed with the distribution of alumni pins and the gifts for medical graduates. Dean Sawaya is already on stage. I would like to invite the president of the AUB Alumni Medical Chapter Committee, Dr. Abdullah Adra, and Associate Dean, Dr. Ramzi Sabra, to join us on stage. Will each student please forward when their name is read? رامي عبد الباقي. ميرا أبو دهن. دينا أشقر. ياسر أحمد. خضر. ريم العنان. ليا عساف. جاد عاصي. جنى عياش. راما أيوب. مروان بعلبكي. جوزيف البشور. آية بدر. غادة بكري. جو بدران. فرح بن دقجي. عبد الله ابو عرم. آية شاهين. لارا شحرور. يارا شمعة. هادي شبارو. هادي is an inductee of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. كريم شهاب. روبي داغر. ميغري داكيسيان. يوسف دياب. ساتي ديب. راين ديب نعمة. تريسي فضول. هيام فخر الدين. وائل فرشوخ. جاد فرهود. هديل غدار. علي غيث. عبير غزيل. جوان ريتا الحداد. آدم حج سليمان. لما حميدي. محمود حماد. ناتالي حرب. Natalie is an inductee of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Tanya Hassan. Tanya is an inductee of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Muhammad Hiriz. كريم حديب. ياسمينة الحر. ديما عيتاني. Dima is an inductee of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. كريستال جبور. حازم جويدي. Hazem is an inductee of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. زياد قدور. إلي كنعان. نور أمطار. دانيا قطان. Dania is an inductee of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. ميساء خليل. نادين الخليل. محمد عمار الكوشك. لين الطيف. نور مشموشي. أمل المصري. أنطوان مزهر. لؤي محسن. سيلين المغربي. حسن نجم. سارة نجم الدين. Sarah is an inductee of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Michael Nasser. Joseph Nassar. مريم ناصر. نادر نوفل. نديم عويدات. فراس روان صعب. جورج سعد. يمنى سعادة. جون صقر. سعاد سوزان صواف. ريتا سبعلي. جان ماري سمعاني. لورين كريستي سفير. جون شعيب. سليم شراب. ساب شهاب. عمر شموري. وائل شومان. وائل شومان is an inductee of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. ليلاس سنو. إبراهيم سليمان. Lara Swed. Maya Taha. Sahar Talib. Sahar Talib. Kayan Tutunji. Wasim Wassouf. Kamal Yassin. Alexander Susani. Ali Swed. Ragad Yassin. Joe Yusuf. Joe is an inductee of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Joe will also be the recipient of the Penrose Award during commencement. The Penrose Award is conferred on a graduating medical student based on excellence in scholarship, character, leadership, and contribution to university life. He will also be the graduate commencement valedictorian. Yahya Zahreddin. Ren Zankar. Nijad Zainuddin. Zainal Zouert. And Joanne Zgheib. Thank you, Dean Sawaya, Dr. Adra, and Dr. Sabra. Congratulations to all. Will the audience please rise for the AUB alma mater?
Far, far above the waters, over the deep blue sea, lies the campus of the college, worthy of to thee. Far away, behold, Christ, far beyond sunny, rising glory to the heavens, and in glory of the sea. Look before us, shout the Lord, see how
We will now start the recessional. Will the audience please remain seated until all graduating students have exited the hall? Please join us for a group picture outside on the main gate stairs.